Hello and welcome to Insurance Mantra. I am Anurag Shah. Insurance is meant to give protection and support to families, but when there are frauds and false claims, it weakens the entire system. And in the end, it's the honest policyholders who are forced to pay higher premium. In today's special show, we bring you a shocking case where family members were murdered for insurance money and one person was found to be insured with more than 60 policies in his name. Joining me on Insurance Mantra is Anukriti Sharma, Additional Superintendent of Police Sambhal, who led the investigation and exposed this massive insurance fraud. So let's begin the special discussion, frauds in insurance, why genuine policyholders end up paying the price. Thank you so much, Anukriti ji, for joining our Insurance Mantra show. And in insurance, that fraudulent claim is a big issue, and the case we just got to know, in which you have also deep dived in your investigation. So just want to know, is it possible that Vishal was able to get more than 60 policies from various insurance companies?
Thank you, Anuragji, for having me on the show. And as you correctly asked, even I was shocked when I learned that there were more than 60 policies against one person named Mukesh Chand Singhal. And this case came to light when I was working on insurance scam, as you are aware. And we had asked the industry to share all the suspicious cases with us, which belong to Western UP or the entire UP Uttarakhand region, because our gang was active in this area, and that is when they shared this case with us. And during the course of investigation, as you asked, that we found that there were more than 60 policies against one single person, and the worth of these policies were more than 60 crores.
Okay. More than 60 crores was the total sum assured. So what was the modus operandi in the whole case, and was a syndicate gang involved for this insurance policies?
We have not found a gang in this case. What we actually found out was that, as you are aware, that during the investigation of the insurance scam, we uncovered 4 murders which were done only for insurance money. In all these cases, the common thing was that these murders were staged as accidents, and an FIR was registered that so and so person had died in an accident which happened due to unknown vehicle. And then police used to file a final report because they were not able to verify which unknown vehicle this was, and on the basis of that, all the nominees applied for insurance claim and got the money. That is the modus operandi we found in all the previous murders. In this case also, when we came to know that there were more than 60 policies against one single person, and when we went into the details of the case, we saw that there was an FIR registered in Garhmukteshwar police station in Hapur, which also said that this person, Mukesh Chand Singhal, died due to accident by an unknown vehicle. We found that and then when we looked into the surveillance data, that is, we looked into the call detail records of the people involved in the entire story, his son, then his son-in-law, and the people who were involved in Panchnama, all those circumstantial evidences pointed towards a murder, and that is how we worked this particular case out.
Okay. So, ma'am, in this particular case, if we get more details, how many people were murdered in this case for insurance claims, and what was the relationship between the person who got murdered?
Okay, so in this case, in Mukesh Chand Singhal case, we found that his son Vishal Singhal was nominee in all the policies. When we looked into the bank details of this particular person, we found that not only he had received around 50 lakh rupees from Mukesh Singhal's set, but he had also got some insurance claim in 2022. When we asked the insurance industry to share the details of the policies for which amount was credited into Vishal Singhal's account, they said that they were against Ekta Singhal policies. Now, Ekta Singhal was first wife of Vishal Singhal. We also learned that this woman, Ekta Singhal, had died in suspicious circumstances in Meerut. She was admitted in one private hospital for treatment of loose motions. She remained admitted there for 8 days. She came back home and she died because of heart attack. That is how he made up the entire story, and the claims were filed, and he had gotten 80 lakh rupees from Ekta Singhal's death. Ekta Singhal was his first wife. This person had married 4 times. He was going through a marital dispute with his fourth wife. We are still to find out the other two wives of this person. We don't know their whereabouts yet. And this fourth lady also suspected that her PAN card was made and she was made to sign a lot of documents. So she thought that she would be murdered too, and she ran away from the house. And she was actually the whistleblower who broke it to the investigators that this person has killed his father as well as his first wife. Then we also learned that this person, Vishal's mother Prabha Devi, she had also died in 2017, again by an accident by an unknown vehicle. So, and after Prabha Devi's death, we found that Reliance Life had paid around 19 lakh as insurance claim to this person, Vishal Singhal. He also got money against PMJJY and PMJSY and LIC policy of in his mother's name. So this person, in our opinion, he is a habitual offender, a serial killer, you can say, who is preying upon his own family members for insurance money.
Okay, and then last he killed his father also for the insurance claim, and in his father's name there were more than 60 policies.
And his father died in 2024 on April 2. What was also surprising was that this person, Vishal, bought 4 vehicles between 25th January 2024 and 6th February 2024, all in the name of Mukesh and Singhal. These were the vehicles were Legender, Fortuner, Brezza, Nissan Magnite, and one Royal Enfield Bullet. All of them were purchased, and this person dies within 2 months. He dies in April 2024. And besides the Fortuner, he has sold all the other 3 vehicles. He did not had to pay the loans of these vehicles also, because they were paid by the insurance company against which the loans were insured.
Okay, ma'am. So this is also a new kind of frauds uh, going on where vehicles are bought on loan, and then on the claim money, claim for the claim money, the vehicles got sold to other persons. How this modus operandi is also going on in various part of the country, and if you have come across any investigation on this?
In Sambhal itself, I think in March or April this year, we had worked out, as a part of insurance fraud investigation only, we had done a major workout where we seized around 22 tractors from one person, and all these tracts was purchased in the name of either terminally ill people, or they were stolen vehicles. Now, if you purchase a vehicle with minimum down payment against a person who is about to die, and after, and you take, for example, if a tractor is of 10 lakh rupees, you pay around 1 lakh rupees as down payment. For 9 lakh rupees, you buy a loan, a vehicle loan. That loan is insured with, or it is financed by another insurance company. After that, when this person dies because of his illness, either cancer or anything, this loan, 9 lakh rupees, is actually paid by the insurance company with which this loan amount is insured. That is the modus operandi which these guys followed in that tractor case. And the same I found in this Vishal Singhal's case also, that all these 4 vehicles were brought with minimum down payment. Rest of the amount was paid with, financed with loan, and this loan was insured by general insurance companies, and that is why again these insurance companies were at loss because of this. fraud.
Let's take my final question before I let you go. On the regulatory front, on the government front, what need to be done? Because when fraudulent claims are given, at the end, genuine policy holders suffer because their premium increases and they end up paying more premium. So at the government front or at the regulatory front or at the policy front, what integration should be there to prevent insurance fraud?
Sir, as I have already said before, that regulatory norms need to be stricter. They are stricter for the common people, but they seem to be very, easy for the fraudsters. So all the loose gears need to be tightened up. For example, we need to have banking reforms also, as we had found in our insurance fraud earlier, that nominees were not aware of their bank accounts into which the insurance claim was credited. So there was these bank accounts, we found that they were being controlled by the fraudsters themselves. So we need banking reforms at that. And we also found that because of easy norms for the small finance banks, these fraudsters mostly open nominees accounts in the small finance banks. So we need to relook at the regulatory framework for the small finance banks. With respect to insurance industry, as I have already shared with you, that we need to be very, very cautious at the onboarding stage itself. We need to have a fraudster registry. We need to find out those hospitals. We need to find those investigators or the insurance agents who are regularly involved in fraud. We also need to, verify the person physically before issuing a policy to that person. In my case, even in Vishal Singhal case, his father had a very small photo set shop and he was not capable of paying such high premiums for these policies. So how was he able to pay? Did anybody from the insurance industry actually visited this place and checked? So all those steps are required. There are many other reforms which need to be taken. For example, we also found a lot of cases where the dead individual was insured, like the Trilok case, as had been previously discussed with you. So therefore we need to link the death registry with the Aadhaar also. So there are a lot of reforms which need to be taken up, and this
Reforms need to be taken up to stop these insurance fraud. And thank you so much, Anukruti ji, for joining our insurance show. And many congratulations for your investigation also, because this will help insurance companies also, because their the fraudulent claims outgo will stop, and genuine policy holders will be benefited. So thank you so much for joining our show and doing this courageous investigation.
Thank you so much, Anurag. Thank you.
Thank you, Anukruti Sharma, for joining us in this important segment and sharing those details. Time now to take a short break. After the break, we'll be joined by Aman Sharma, former Secretary General of General Insurance Council and ex-CMD of United India Insurance, for his expert's view on how industry can prevent such frauds and protect genuine policy holders. Stay with us. You are watching Insurance Mantra.